you're probably not really going to believe me, but I've been up since 9:30 this morning. I forced myself to get up. I really wanted to sleep in a little bit more. But there's a whole lot to go on with that. I've had a cold for quite a while. Just doesn't, well, the cold is gone, but I've had a cough that has lingered on for a week and a half now. So most of it is gone. You can probably still hear it in my voice a little bit. But I had to work yesterday on a Saturday, and not real happy about that. I really only want to work 4 days a week. It's not really possible. My job is a 5-day job, but I work in the shipping department of a company, and so that means that when you work in shipping, and Friday was Black Friday, we're busy now, really busy. So while yesterday was just a half a day, I was already tired, and I was already a little bit cranky because of the cough and the cold, and it was only half a day, but it felt like a full day's worth of work. It was busy, really busy. So I have I have forced myself to get up out of bed at 9:30, even though I really didn't want to, and I have no idea what the day is going to be here today, but I know that I need to get up and get moving around, because if I don't get moving around, I'll lay in bed and sleep most of the day, and then I'll be really cranky. So I have no plans, I have no direction today, but I am in the Green Lake area of Seattle. And I need to get some lunch. I could make something. I have plenty in the fridge to make, but I think I'm just going to go get some lunch. So this is Green Lake. I don't spend a lot of time in this neighborhood, although I've been here plenty before. I thought I'd come down and just take a look at the lake, because I've never done this before. This is kind of a popular area. It's a nice neighborhood, upscale neighborhood, and there's lots of walking paths all the way around this lake. Unfortunately, you don't want to swim in this lake. While it would probably be nice and warm in the summertime because it's a small lake versus the Sound, swimming in the Sound is cold. This lake has some bacteria that can actually be quite harmful, and while there hasn't been any known cases of it harming pets, it is known that the bacteria that is in this lake will kill your pet if they drink it, or I think even are in it. So pretty little lake, but probably not a lake you want to spend any time in. This was definitely a good decision. I feel better getting a little bit of good food. That little vegetarian lunch I had was actually really tasty. And getting up and moving around is the most important thing. Whenever I'm not feeling well, I find that if I just force myself to get up and move around, I feel so much better. And I feel better already. I don't think I want to stay out here too much longer because it's cold. It's only about 40 degrees. There's lots of people walking around, and most of the people are not bundled up nearly as much as me. I really don't like this cold weather. But it's just the start of winter, isn't it? You got plenty more to come. Home again, home again. Sometimes people give me suggestions for places, and on days like today, I try to remember those and try to go find them. Sounds like my voice is getting worse, probably because I've been out walking in the cold. Excuse me. Anyway, so one of those suggestions was a coffee place that I've been by a million times. I've just have never gone in. So I'm going to try to find one of them. There's several around the city. So I'm going to try to find one of them and check it out, because I got nothing better to do. And I mean, really, focus on coffee. That sounds like a good idea to bring up my mood just a little bit. Well, that was very, very good. Thank you for suggesting that to me, and I'm glad I finally went. I'm sorry it took me so long to get in there. But if you're around Seattle and you want a very good cup of coffee, Cherry Street Coffee is awesome. It was no surprise, because as soon as I sat down, I saw they serve counterculture beans, and that is a really good quality coffee bean. Kind of a smaller company, but quite well known. So, yeah, no surprise that the coffee in there is very good. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but this is actually chai. I really like this place. Not a big fan of this neighborhood because it's always so busy. At Cafe Vita, if I'm near it, I gotta stop and get something, but I'm kind of coffeeed out. And home again, home again. Wow, it got dark fast. I was having a nice time just walking around, enjoying being up and around, and all of a sudden, it's nighttime. I was going to say, I usually stay out of this neighborhood because it's really so busy, but today wasn't really that bad, so wasn't bad. I got a couple of errands. I wanted to go to Warby Parker. I buy glasses there, and now they sell contact lenses, so I want to go in there and chat with them a little bit. And then there's one of my favorite co-ops here in this neighborhood, so stocked up on some groceries. But just wished I had a little more time. I don't really enjoy walking around when it's pitch black out, but anyway, now it is, so I guess I should mosey on back to where I normally park, because I've got work tomorrow. Work. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Well, I'm quite happy all of a sudden. I checked the time and it's only 6 o'clock, so I've got a few hours before I have to fret about going back to work tomorrow. So I think I will make a little dinner and watch a movie and kick up my feet a little bit, because all that walking today, especially because it was kind of cold out, pretty much 40 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit all day today, so that's chilly for me. I know, it's not real winter, I know, but that's winter in Seattle, so that's why I'm here. I don't mind it being a little cool, but I don't want to deal with cold winter weather, so this is as cold as I like it. and I don't really like it at 40 degrees. But anyway, so that took a little bit out of me, all that walking around outside. And I really did think it was a lot later than it was. I just lost track of time. I was just walking around enjoying just being up and around. Just such a good thing to do. When you're not feeling good, just get up and move. Get up and move, you know. You don't need to go anywhere fancy. You can even be down in a crowded city. And just that movement, I think, at least for me, that's what does it. So I stopped and got some mac and cheese. I don't get this stuff very often, but this one's got some hatch chilies in it, so it's just a little bit spicy. Not too spicy, but I really like this. I think these are intended to be microwaved, but obviously I don't have a microwave, and I wouldn't use one anyway. So I just throw it in a pan, put a little water in it, and put it on low, and then just stir it up in it. Yeah, it heats up quite nicely just in a pan or a skillet. So that'll be dinner. And then, I was going to mention that I found more. What did I do with them? Down here somewhere. I got a bunch of them. I've got a little storage bin down here under my kitchen area. So I found a bunch of, these are organic heirloom apples. These are Arkansas black apples. And, you know, I've never looked up to see where the name came from. I mean, I'm assuming that they were originally from Arkansas, but these are actually grown right here in Western Washington. So they're a nice local product. These things are awesome. They're really dense and hard, but that's what makes them kind of a great apple for the van here. I buy a ton of them, put them down in that little storage bin I've got, and they last for a long time. They're really low in sugar. They're a red apple, but they're not sweet, really. Although they say that they get sweeter over time. Unfortunately, I usually eat them faster than I want to, and I end up not keeping them very long. But I've got a bunch down here, so hopefully I'll have a few. And they're supposed to get better with age, the flavor. But I really like the flavor. They're a little tart, which I really like. So I'll probably have a couple of these for dessert. So that's that. And yeah, this was a boring day, I think. But, well, for you, but I actually really enjoyed it. So if you've made it this far through the boringness, thanks. Thanks for sticking around. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.